Hi, welcome to my video on the definition of a fraction. Fractions in math are always around, so we have to let's review what a fraction is and understand it and have it for the future. Defining a fraction. The word fraction means a part or an indicated number of equal parts of the whole. The shaded region in each below is a part of the whole. A, one is shaded out of 3. B, 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C, 3 is shaded out of 4. D is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 4. 4 is 8. A fraction can be defined as A over B. Right now I'm not worried about the denominator being not 0. I'm just defining a fraction pertaining to, we know it can't be 0 because we're dealing with shaded regions and things like that. Express each of the above, left out the A there, as a fraction. So a fraction is 1 out of 3. 2 out of 5 is 2 over 5. A fraction is 3 out of 4. Fraction, 5 out of 8. 5 out of 8. 5 is shaded out of the 8 parts. Practice. Pause, do it, and then replay. A fraction for the shaded regions is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6. Fraction for number 2 is 2 is shaded out of 4 total parts. Number 3, 1 is out of 2, so a half of it is shaded. And this one I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is shaded, and I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 7 out of 10 is the fraction that represents the shaded region of the total. Let's look at the numerator and denominator of a fraction. In any fraction, A over B, A is the numerator. And B is the denominator. So notice the numerator is on top, the denominator is on the bottom. In this fraction, 2 over 3, numerator 2, denominator 3. 4 out of 7, numerator 4, denominator 7. 1 over 6, 1 is the numerator, 6 is the denominator. Practice, pause, replay. 3 is the numerator, 5 denominator. 1 over 2, a half, 1 numerator, 2 denominator. 8 out of 11, 8 numerator, 11 denominator. Let's continue. Let's do practice. State the fraction for each. A numerator is on the top, denominator is on the bottom. So 6 is on top, 17 on the bottom. Numerator is on the top, so the numerator is 9, denominator is 20. So denominator goes on the bottom, numerator goes on the top. Let's do some more practice. State the numerator and denominator of the fraction represented by the shaded region. So right here, we got 2 out of 4 shaded, 2 numerator, 4 denominator. Number 2, I have 4 shaded, numerator, out of 4, 5, 6, 7. Proper and improper fractions. Let's explain some terms first. Less than has this symbol, an arrowhead pointing to the left. Notice the less than is pointing to the left. Notice if I said 2 is less than 7. Notice on the number line, when you have 2 and you have a 7, notice that 2 is to the left. So the arrow is pointing to the left. Less than is to the left. A number is on the left of the other one. A proper fraction has a numerator less than the denominator. I use the symbol here, less than. Example, an improper fraction could be 1 over 2. Numerator 1, denominator 2, so 1 is less than 2 because it's to the left on the number line. 3 out of 7. So 3 is the numerator, 7 is the denominator, 3 is less than 7. Notice these are improper fractions when the numerator is less than the denominator. 10 over 19, as long as you, if I put 10 on the top in the numerator, then the denominator has to be larger than 10. And numerator is 10, denominator is 19, and 10 is less than. Again, less than is pointing to the left. To the left between two numbers, the one on the left on the number line is always less than. Now we have a greater than. Greater than is to the, notice pointing to the right. 6 is greater than 4. Let's look at the number line. We have a 0, we have a 4. I'm just approximating. 6 is there, 4 is there. Notice 6 is on the right. 6 is greater than. Greater than, between two numbers, greater than is the number on the right. Less than is the number on the left. An improper fraction has a numerator greater than the denominator. Greater than the denominator. Example, 7 over 2. Your numerator is 7. Denominator is 2. 7 is greater than 2. 8 over 5. 5 is the numerator. Sorry, 8 is the numerator. 5 is the denominator. 8 is greater than 5. Notice improper fractions. So if I put down 11, then I have to have a number less than 11 and greater than 0 because we can't divide by 0. So let's go with a 3. So my numerator is 11, my denominator is 3, and 11 is greater than 3. 11 is to the right of 3 on the number line. So this is an improper fraction. Notice proper fractions, improper fractions. Let's practice, tick these, and come back. See if you're right. 4 over 5 is a proper fraction. Why? Because the numerator is less than denominator. I'm going to use MUN and DEN. 7 over 2 is improper because the denominator, the numerator, my mistake, the numerator is greater than the denominator. 3 over 10 is a proper fraction because the numerator is less than the denominator. 9 over 7 is improper because the numerator is greater than the denominator. Let's continue. Since we know about fractions, let's graph a few. Sometimes students find awkward graphing fractions. They graph integers, they graph whole numbers, but when they graph fractions, 1/2 is 1 out of 2. So that means 1/2, it can't go up here because that's between 1 and 2. So we're in here. So we cut it into 2. 2 indicates cut it into 2 equal pieces, and there's a half. 1/2 is 1 out of 2 pieces. 3/4. Graphing 3/4, we graph 1, 2, 4. Notice from the 4 pieces, I split it. If I do that, I split it in half. If I split them again, I get 4 equal pieces. I take 3 out of 4, so there's 3/4. 3 out of 4 pieces. Fraction. 2/5. 2/5, I divide it into 5 equal pieces, 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When I divide it in 5 pieces, I make 4 cuts. Divided in 4 pieces, I make 3 cuts. Divided in 2 pieces, I make 1 cut. and I got a 2 out of 5. 1, 2. So there's your 2/5 right there. 5/8, I divided into 8 pieces. So let's do this. 8 is even. So there's a half, there's a quarter, and now I divide those pieces in halves again, and I get 8 pieces. So go 2, then divide a 4 to 8. I have 5 out of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5/8. 6, 1/6. I get 1 out of 6. So again, there's a half and split. So if I take this and divide it into 3 pieces, and I divide the other part into 3 pieces, I have 6 in total. And I have 1/6, 1 out of the 6 parts. Practice, you do these, and then come back. 1/3 is 3 pieces, so 3 equal pieces. There's 3, 1, 2, 3, and I have 1 of them. 3/5, I have 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3. Don't have to be exact. I'm just approximating. 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have to take 3 of them. 3/5. 6 pieces. 5, 6. 6 pieces. Again, there's a 3. And I go 3 here. 1, 2, 3. And 3 on the other side. Makes it 6. Make 5 cuts. 6 pieces. And I have 5 out of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3/8, cut it into 8 pieces. That's half. That's quarters. And do them all again. And I get 8s. And I have 3/8. 1, 2, 3. Notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. And I take 3. 1/4 is 4 pieces. 1 out of 4. So there's a half, and I split them again, I get quarters. If you take a half and split it in 2, you get a quarter. Like a half a pie and cut it in half, you get a quarter. So think of it that way. 1/4 is 1 out of 4. So that's a little review on fractions. If you enjoyed my video, then click on my like button, subscribe button, notification bell, and write a comment on my video if you like it or dislike it, whatever you want, your choice. And if you want to go further with my videos, go to my website, www.mathfullyexplained.com. Find information about me, my degrees, teaching experience. Find information on my teaching strategies I'm going to use in my videos, teaching strategies, help you learn little tricks I have, and what you learn in fundamentals, you also use in grade 11 and 12. And on my YouTube channel, you find my topics, the number of videos on each topic. The topics completed are in black font. The topics to be completed are in red font. Thank you very much.